Tommy is a better father than he thinks he is, and Landman Season 2 makes that clearer with every episode. What's interesting is that Tommy himself can't see it. He's so focused on where he falls short, how much he works, how much danger surrounds his job, how often he's pulled away from home, that he overlooks the very real ways he shows up for his son every day. And that's the part the show is quietly highlighting. Good fathers don't always feel like they're doing enough, but their actions speak louder than their doubts. One of the reasons Tommy underestimates himself is because he compares his real-life struggles to some unrealistic version of fatherhood in his head. He thinks a good dad is someone who's home every night, someone who never lets stress spill into family life, someone who always makes the right call. But that's not how real families work, especially in the world he's living in. The oil fields are unpredictable, the job is dangerous, and stability is almost impossible. Yet, even in the middle of all that chaos, Tommy consistently tries to protect Cooper, guide him, and be honest with him, even when those conversations are uncomfortable. You can especially see Tommy's strengths in the small moments. The show doesn't always make a big deal out of them, but they matter. That look he gives Cooper when he's trying to read how the kid is really doing. The way he steps in before a situation can escalate. The way he worries about the kind of future Cooper might walk into if the world around them doesn't change. These aren't the actions of a detached or careless father. They're the instincts of someone who cares deeply. Season 2 pushes Tommy into situations where fatherhood becomes less about providing and more about emotional presence. After the gas leak, after the accidents, after M-Tex starts crumbling, Tommy becomes hyper-aware of how easily he could lose everything. That fear doesn't make him weaker. It makes him more attentive. You see it when he checks on Cooper after long shifts, when he tries to keep the worst of his work away from home, or when he corrects himself mid-argument because he knows his son is watching. Those are conscious choices. That's growth. Another thing the show does well is show how Cooper responds to him. Kids don't lie about how they feel about their parents, not really. And Cooper trusts Tommy. He listens to him. He looks for his approval. Even when they disagree, there's this obvious bond that comes from respect, not fear. You don't get that by accident. That's earned. That's built over years of showing up in ways that matter, even when things are messy. Tommy's doubt about himself also says a lot about his priorities. The men who never question their parenting are usually the ones who should. The ones who worry, who reflect, who feel the weight of their responsibility. Those are the ones who care. Tommy's self-criticism is actually proof of how seriously he takes being a father. He wants to do better because he wants a better life for Cooper than the one he's had to survive through. As Season 2 builds toward bigger conflicts, Gallino, M-Tex, Cammy's decisions, the instability in the oil fields, Tommy's role as a father becomes the emotional anchor of the show. Every major decision he makes now has a little voice underneath it asking, "How will this affect my kid?" And that's why he's a better father than he realizes, because he's not just thinking about today. He's thinking about tomorrow, about safety, about stability, about what kind of man Cooper will grow up to be. In the end, Tommy doesn't need to be perfect. He just needs to keep being present, keep trying, keep caring. And from everything we've seen in Landman Season 2, he's already doing that, whether he gives himself the credit or not.